welcome to our 2025 collective energy reading. So for this, the intention is that I'm going to be tuning into the year ahead and see what messages are coming through. So I will start with the tarot and then we'll see how it evolves from there. And as I shuffle, I'm just tuning in to the energy for us collectively for 2025. Know that both Angela and I from Amethyst Light Therapies offer intuitive readings, in-person intuitive readings, and also via Zoom. If that's something that you're interested in, please check out our website. Okay, let's see. Oh, stop shuffling. I feel a lot of warm energy. And as I say that, I pull out the King of Swords, which is not generally a warm kind of energy. But what I get from this is that it's kind of, there's something coming, but you're kind of in a standstill, or collectively we're in a bit of a standstill. So we know there needs to be a change and we know a change is coming, but we're kind of just standing there waiting for it, knowing that the status quo is not working and not where we want to be. So we're waiting for that, and we're waiting for a sign. So this might be your sign with the Knight of Pentacles, which suggests movement forward, progress. Now the Pentacles is about the wealth, the work, the home life, financial stability. And if you've got your own business, this can be progress or movement forward. And sometimes it can suggest it also too that you're needing to outlay a little bit in order to get that return. There seems to be an energy that we are pushing things uphill, pushing too much uphill. I don't want to say the word on YouTube, but really trying to force the progress. Force a direction that is not working. You're needing to make a change. This is not working anymore. Like it or not, there's something or a situation or an energy or relationship in your life that is not working anymore. And you need to be honest with yourself. Not everyone is seeing eye to eye. This is the Five of Wands, and this suggests some level of chaos and conflict. Now, this year or next year, depending on when you're watching this, 2025 is a 9-year, which is a year of endings, closing out chapters and cycles. Can talk about karmic lessons as well. But what I'm feeling more so is that it is a releasing of everything that is weighing you down and holding you back. And this might literally be people, situations, jobs, or things, demands on your time where you're wasting energy. Because Pentacles also talks about energy, currency. So that's interesting. Let's delve a little bit further. The big thing that is standing in your way, or collectively in our way of making progress, is fear. Now, this is on a collective level. Yes, it's also probably on a personal level. I don't always see the moon as fears, but what I'm feeling from this, it's kind of like a collective overshadowing of the worries about, it could be because of the financial hardships rather. It could be a sense of things being so hard, the cost of living, all of that could be playing a part. It's a collective, there's a level of fear in the collective consciousness. So on a more global or humanity scale, we are working towards clearing out that fear, that control-based fear. That's what we are working towards, and that is 2025. There'll be a lot of changes. There'll be a lot of endings, a lot of new energy, perhaps maybe later on in the year, but for the most part, there's a lot of changes that are happening and needing to happen. And what I mean by that is endings to what is not working, what is not aligned, what is not bringing peace, what is actually not bringing security. It is bringing a sense of familiarity, yes, to know when your next paycheck is coming in is necessary, but it's still perpetuating a sense of lack, and that's what we're trying to move out of. Yes. And then you get the Three of Cups, and really it's interesting because this is a sense of trying to get out of that energy of separation and us versus them and coming back together to a sense of we're all in it together. Community base. That's what we have been missing. And on an intuitive level, you might be feeling that that's what you're called to reconnect. Feel a sense of family or heart-to-heart connections, soul tribe. What I'm saying now, you already know on some level, but what is really needed is a shift in perspective, a change of perception, because, not just because you get the Hanged Man, but because it's almost as though some of these truths are very in our face, but we don't want to acknowledge them. We'd rather just like push them to the side or pretend they're not there. You know, when someone's like talking to you and you know that they're lying, you just know that they're lying, and you can even see a little smirk or feel that energy on their face, but you can't call them out on it because you have no proof. So you just know intuitively and sense it. So then you play along with it and you're like, oh yeah. And you know, and you can feel that mutual energy is like going backwards and forwards between you. It's kind of like an exchange of that bull energy. That bull, you read between the lines there. Players in a game. It's time to take the masks off because it doesn't serve. Some people in your life now are just placeholders. They are moving on. There's a lot of changes on that level too. And you almost get a sense that some things don't resonate with you anymore. And you think, what is even the point of this interaction? It's just superficial. And you do have a decision to make. I feel like there's a lot of decisions to make, and there might be a bit of juggling, particularly in the first half of the year. There'll be a lot of juggling. And what I mean by that is not just on a financial level, but also maybe a bit of going backwards and forwards, trying a few things, going back to your original idea. It will seem like chaos, but what is actually occurring collectively is a shaking up, bringing it all to the surface, bringing it all up, and then clearing. Yes, and we get the Nine of Pentacles. And so the Nine of Pentacles is a really good card on a financial and a health level. So this could also be pertaining to health, but the Nine of Pentacles is literally saying prepare for the end of a cycle. Prepare for the end of that feeling of lack. You are having your needs met. This does not have to be financially, particularly if you're okay financially too. This can be other matters. Prepare for the ending of that. But you do actually need to listen to your intuition and make decisions from the heart and what feels right, not what you used to know, but what feels right now. And also getting the pride, getting the ego out of the way. Yeah. Not what you're not wanting other people to see, or you know these endings, sometimes you feel like, oh, I feel like a failure because everyone knew or said to me that you should be doing this or doing a real job or whatever it might be. And so there's a sense of, you might be feeling at this time, I actually need to get a second income, or I need to do this or that. And your heart's telling you, this is what I need to do and this is what I'll feel comfortable doing, because then long term it's going to pan out much better for me. But then the pride's going, oh, but then everyone will be right, and then I won't be able to show my face, which is understandable. It's a human reaction, right? That's just an example. But the decisions you make need to be from the heart and what feels right for you, not what will other people say. Even if this is I'm going to go for my dreams now, which is great, then that is what you need to do if it feels right for you. Not, well, oh, that person thinks it's a waste of time and energy, and they laughed at me when I said it. Who cares? Just go for it. High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a very intuitive card as well. It can bring a sense of needing to come into balance, and she wants to sit on top of the Hanged Man. So what I get from that is needing a shift in perspective to a higher perspective. So in actual fact, embrace that High Priestess, intuitive, strong sense of knowing vibe. Perhaps you're needing to meditate more to get some clarity. Yes, and when you do so and you start to make those decisions more from that higher perspective, then you have the King of Pentacles, and I feel that is progress. But what I feel is the first few months of January, there's lingering of January of 2025 rather, there's this lingering energy from 2024, but even probably from past years as well, lingering energy of certain things you're still holding on to, even though you know you're done and you know you feel done, but you're still not letting yourself be done. So that's lingering, but coming into like April, May, even the end of March maybe, there's shifts happening and changes and necessary changes, and you will have to make a decision at some point. The decision. Because you have actually manifested these changes. Now, what I feel, that's very positive. Then we have the One, the Magician. The reason why this year all these things need to play out is to clear the space for what you really want, your highest pathway, highest timeline, your manifested highest reality. You have everything you need now. So you have everything you need, but the problem is you're not freeing up space for what you want to come to you. And this is, I feel like it's on a collective level, because a lot of people can see that things aren't working, that they want changes to be made, and they probably arc up about it a bit, but they don't make those steps or take those steps. And I know I'm guilty of that too. And I know what I need to do, and I know what I get told to do by my guides. Maybe you're the same. But then there's that apprehension, whether you make yourself feel guilty for certain things, or whether you want to hold on to some people pleaser energy that you still have, even though you pretend that you're over it. I know that's me too sometimes. Whether it be that, whatever it is, it's time to really get going. There's a collective energy of being fed up, and that's what's bringing the shift. Now, I want to say the focus needs to be on what you want, not what you don't want, not what you see is going wrong, because otherwise that will perpetuate longer. It's almost like a collective aha moment. And I feel like really I'm getting a strong sense of March being quite a positive shift. And it might not look like that on the outside, but internally, energetically, vibrationally, there's a change happening. And it might still cause things to look worse on the outside before they look better. And spirit, your guides, the divine, universe, God, goddess, whoever you resonate with, has been seeing the dynamics playing out, not just in individual lives, but in the collective as a whole. And it feels like there is something coming in very, very strong, whether it be manifest as something natural, or if it's a man-made thing. Something is coming in to bring the change that we have been procrastinating on. And I mean, there's few people who make change and on an energetic level and fight for what they believe in. But this is creating a deep change at the core. And the biggest change that we can all make as a collective, individually, is in here, from the heart, how we operate our vibration. That has a real strong knock-on effect. In actual fact, the fighting and the forcing is counterproductive and counterintuitive. And I'm not saying to sit idly by and let things play out that you feel are not in integrity by any means, no. But day to day, how we live and how we breathe and how we speak and how we communicate and interact with people, with the divine, with nature all around us, how we honor it, that's what makes the biggest difference. It's all the little things that add up. And it starts in here with our own energy, our own vibration, the way we show up in our own lives for those we love. And I get the sense that perhaps some of this is talking about a walking away of certain, from certain situations. The Eight of Cups, which really does say put all you've learned into practice. Put all that wisdom into practice now. Ground it into your reality. Cups talks about emotion too. One more tarot card. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, focus on what you can control or what you can do. Focus on your sphere as much as possible, because there might be things on a larger level, far-reaching, that you can't really do much about every moment or moment to moment. So that makes it even more, not that it's ever less important, but even more important to focus on your sphere. Focus on everything around you. Focus on your energy. Focus on your life. Focus on living your life in the highest, most positive way you can. And do you know how much that makes a difference? And I'm not saying be lazy. Don't do certain things that you feel called to do by any means, but this is key. And this is also key to make you feel better, to shift your perception, to shift your reality, because really we are the soul, we have the sole responsibility of our life and our reality and what it looks like and how we perceive it. And one situation that we perceive to be a certain way, someone else is looking on and perceiving it in a vastly different way. And perhaps both of those are true, or maybe none of them are. Okay, I want to bring through a Divine Master message. Hathor, light activation, acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light. That really reiterates what I was saying about focus on your sphere, stand in your life, own who you are. It's interesting because with the Hathor card too, Hathor is revered by the ancient Egyptians. She's a mother energy. She comes through with the cow features, and she is also connected to sound and sound healing, creativity. Use your voice. Words hold much power. Assess the ways in which you really affect the vibration of others through the words you speak, but more so and even more important, The way the words you speak affect you on a vibrational level. For it's very easily to talk down to yourself, keep yourself small. It feels safe, feels comfortable, even when it is not so. So now is the time. Yes, it is a time for hope, for renewal, for rebirth, for letting go of the old ways and embracing or making space for the new. Yes, it is. But first you must be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you're willing to compromise on. Let go what you will let go of, what you're ready to release. And stand tall in the knowing that all the past experiences and the situations, the endings, the hardships, the joys, the losses, they've all taught you much. And while they have played a part in the person that you are today, they are not defining. Call in more positive energy into your sphere. Talk to your guides, your angels, the divine. Ask for assistance. If you cannot find hope, then ask for hope. Hope will come to you if you seek her out. But you must be willing to do the work, to open your heart to her energy, to open your heart to true love and authentic creative expression from the divine. You must be willing to let go of the physical trappings that bind you. And only then will you be free. You'll be free of the lack, the perpetual cycle. You'll be free, no longer chained to situations, to circumstance. You'll be able to dance through life according to your own rhythm, with grace, with fortitude, with knowing that everything will always be okay. I'm feeling to leave the reading there for today. Please keep an eye out for our Pick a Card reading coming out, which will also be focused on 2025, but for perhaps more, yes, general, but specified messages according to the piles. I'm wishing you all the best for 2025. Thank you for joining us on this channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.